Now, how about them damn Celtics?
And we are back with another How About Them Celtics video. Sam and I are here recording on Friday, August 30th, and talking about the newest member of the Boston Celtics, Lonnie Walker. We did a video the other day, obviously, when the Celtics signed Lonnie Walker to a contract. He's going to be on a training camp deal with Boston, an Exhibit 10 deal. He was a free agent for a long time, despite having what was probably the best season of his career with the Nets last season. Played well with the Lakers after some years in San Antonio, after his rookie contract, played well in LA, parlayed that to a contract with the Nets. I would say the Lakers use actually better now looking at the stats. He was a bit more efficient from three in Brooklyn, but more efficient from the field, significantly so in LA, 52 from the field versus 47 from two versus 47 from two. But now he's in Boston on a training camp deal. And a lot of people are excited, and I'm excited too. I think it's a good thing that he's on the Celtics, but a lot of people are maybe too excited for Lonnie Walker, and we are here. I am here, maybe more so, to level some expectations in this video. But Lonnie Walker, Sam, initial thoughts before we get into the meat of the conversation.
Initial thoughts, very exciting. I'm excited. The fact that it is an Exhibit 10 deal was something people on Twitter were upset about, like smart people, not like the casual people that are arguing with you. They were upset in the sense that they feel that the new CBA has made teams so wary of paying anybody as a free agent, and they have really hurt guys like Lonnie Walker, who clearly has talent. There's a reason why people are excited about him signing with the Celtics. He is someone who you could see fitting in with a mid to like high, like mid to low high competitive team, if that makes sense. Like anywhere from like the play-in to like not home court first round playoff team. Like you could see him getting rotation minutes for a team like Miami and shooting a bunch of threes and making them. Like why would they not want him? And the answer is probably because he's not as good at defense and is going to be a liability at the end of the floor and isn't going to be somebody that you're comfortable playing in crunch time, whatever. But this is my favorite tweet. Lonnie Walker is the kind of player that I don't necessarily blame any specific team for not signing, but I do blame the entirety of the league for letting him sign with Boston.
Yeah, it's because Lonnie Walker, he's a fine player. He's a good player. He's a fine three-point shooter. He's a good three-point shooter. But Lonnie Walker is... Oh, sorry. That's the wrong tab. 1 sec. Let me just tab over to this next one.
Hold you up. Spoiling your argument?
Oh, shoot.
Oh,
sorry.
my God, Jack.
That's also the wrong tab. Wait, sorry. The wrong one. My bad. 1 sec. I swear I'm getting to the right tab. Oh, wait. Wrong tab. It's almost like we've seen this story before a million times with the same type of player, the super athletic player who can kind of shoot threes, who just doesn't find a spot because he's not the best defender in the world and he's not necessarily the best off-ball player. It's almost like we've seen that story a million times in the NBA. And like, look, like you said, Lonnie Walker's a fine player, and I think on the right team he would be a good fit. But like, he's just not what a lot of teams are looking for right now. Like, they're not looking for the super ball dominant score first type of guy. Like, they're not looking for the guy who isn't necessarily the best defender. But don't worry, he's super athletic though. If you're athletic and you're not a good defender, major red flag. Huge red flag. If you have all the tools to be a good defender and you're not, that's a problem. Like, that's an issue. Because like, if you have guys like Sam Hauser who doesn't really have the tools to be a good defender and he's a fine defender, like, then we're getting into the realm of, all right, are you just not trying enough on that end? Do you just not understand the positioning? Are you not willing to work in the team scheme? Like, it's a red flag. You don't really know what's going on. And I don't want to sit here and pick on Lonnie Walker for X amount of minutes, but like, people in the comments here are saying, oh, this means Pritchard's getting traded. This means the Celtics are going to trade Pritchard. Like, oh, he's better, so much better than Pritchard. At what? What is Lonnie Walker better at Peyton Pritchard than athleticism? Tell me. Because if the whole idea for Lonnie Walker coming in is people are like, oh yeah, he's a good shooter, Pritchard's a better shooter. If it's, oh, he can, handle the ball a little bit, Pritchard's a better ball handler. If it's defense, hey, I'm not saying Pritchard's a better defender than Lonnie Walker, but Lonnie Walker is not a good defender, and at least Pritchard tries harder. Like, it's just, he's not going to come in and play over Peyton Pritchard. He's not going to be a reason they trade Peyton Pritchard. There's a chance he doesn't play over Jaden fucking Springer. Like I think Jaden Springer has a better chance to get minutes on this team. And I know you like him, so I'm preaching to the choir. I'm not saying Jaden Springer is a better basketball player than Lonnie Walker, because I don't think that. But a better fit, more apt to fit into what the Celtics want to do, might be true. Because like I said, I shared Jalen Noel, Alonzo Trier, Terrence Davis. We've seen the 6'4", good score, decent efficiency, not a good defender, athletic wing before a million times. And shocker, none of those guys are in the league right now. Jalen Noel is also on a training camp contract. Alonzo Trier hasn't played professional basketball since like 2019. Terrence Davis isn't in the league, isn't doing anything right now. Like we've seen this archetype before, and I'm not saying I want Lonnie Walker to fall into that. I'm not saying he will. Like, there's a chance he could get there, but like the athlete who's super athletic, super fun doesn't always make it in the NBA, because they don't always fit into what winning culture and winning teams want to do.
That's a very good point, but it's maybe the first chance Lonnie Walker has got to fit into winning culture. He was with some dismal Spurs teams. He went and played for the Lakers 3 years after they won their championship, and they were playing level, and they very weird vibes over there. And then he played in Brooklyn last year. Like, coming into a Celtics team that's coming off a championship, they clearly have a cutout of like what their culture is, what their work ethic is. It's a place where somebody like Sam Hauser, who it took him a few years, was able to join the team, use that shooting ability to give himself a baseline of a super skill he has, and then improve defensively, learn to play within the team. Now, do I think they're taking a long-term flyer on Lonnie Walker? I don't know. But I think he has enough talent to be somebody that they invest time and, hopefully growth into. We talked about this, I think, a few months back, maybe with Bobby Kravitsky, when we were talking about O'Shea, and we were like, well, I don't really know if O'Shea's going to come back. And one thing that you consistently said was you like a guy that can shoot more than a defender, because you feel like defense is something that they can grow at. And I know Lonnie Walker is not someone who his entire career has been a sharpshooter, but he clearly
I think
improved.
His shooting's wildly overrated. Like significant. Like, I don't think he's a good shooter.
Why?
Because his stat from last season is very, very inflated by a crazy hot start. I think he's a streaky shooter, but I don't think he's a consistently good catch and shoot 3-point shooter. Like, you look at his numbers, the start of his season, from the start of the year. Let me use Basketball Reference to do this, if it'll let me. From the start of the season to midway through, I'm trying to refresh. Let's do the All-Star break, just because that's like a clean cut thing. Where is the All-Star break? Start of the season to the All-Star break, he shot, if it'll tell me, that'd be really cool. If Basketball Reference would cooperate with me here, that'd be great. It's just not. Okay, this pissed me off now. StreamYard and Basketball Reference are not friends.
They're really not.
They don't like each
StreamYard.
other. All right, I'm stopping sharing screen, because maybe that's the problem. But my computer is just shitting itself now as I'm trying to prove my point here. Please, man, I can't even refresh my page. It's pissing me off now. Okay, come on. I promise I have a point to be made here if it'll let me do this. It's just not. Okay. Then I'm just going to have to go to NBA.com, because Basketball Reference is being a pain in the ass. His shooting numbers are inflated. Since the All-Star break, I'm going to find the exact number before you, but he shot 31% from three from the All-Star break, and he just shot 44% before it. Like he was really, really hot, and then he went back to the normalcy that he usually is as a shooter. And so it brings up questions, at least to me, of whether or not he can fit in an off-ball role. And I know in Brooklyn, a lot of his threes and a lot of his buckets were he had the ball in his hands, because he just had that option. He was like their Jamal Crawford, Lou Will. Like, he just came off the bench and got buckets for them. And so I question whether or not he'll be able to settle into a role where he doesn't have the ball in his hands as much, because there were times in the playoffs where like he would win them a game and then he would just get benched for the next game on the Lakers, like when they were making their conference finals run, which to me is like, I wonder if that's just because he's just playing when he's hot. Yeah. Before the All-Star break, he shot 43.3% on just under 5 attempts a game in 18 minutes a game. And then after the All-Star break, his minutes dipped to 16.5 because he was shooting under 31% on 4.5 a game. So it was just a significant I was really hot and then I was really not. And I'm going to go look at his like on ball, off ball numbers. And I don't want this to turn into me shitting on Lonnie Walker because that's not the point. My point is people just need to really level their expectations
Jack is
because
shitting on all of you.
You can look at stats all you want. You can look at all this all you want, but it goes a lot deeper than that. And there's a reason this type of player isn't necessarily in the league. And to the point you made, like this is going to be his first chance to fit in with a winning situation. Maybe, yes, but at the same time, like you don't always get those chances. And maybe there's a reason those players don't get those chances. Because you look at Noel, Trier, Davis, like none of those guys got a chance. None of those guys got that chance to fit into a winning situation. Like Terrence Davis kind of got it in Sacramento when he got there. Now he's out the league. Like Jalen Noel was in the actually good Minnesota teams, didn't really get a chance. And maybe that is just unlucky. And maybe that's a testament to the league needs to expand. They need to have more room for these guys. And maybe it's a testament to they don't, impact winning as much as people want to believe.
So I'm completely aware that this may be an apples to oranges type comparison because the player I'm about to mention does have far more that they bring to the table than Lonnie Walker. But before Derek White joined the Celtics, he was not shooting threes consistently either. Like his numbers pre-Celtics are just not good.
Yes. But like you said, like Derek White's plays defense. Derek White playmaker. Derek White can handle the ball. Like there is just like he brings a lot more to the table. And maybe the 3-point shots, and maybe the 3-point shots get easier for Lonnie Walker, and maybe he improves significantly there, but that still doesn't fix the issue of the defense stuff. My whole point is I'd love for Lonnie Walker to fit in. I wrote a whole article. I think he could be a tryout for a Drew Holiday replacement if they can help him become a better defender because he can, he has the tools, clearly, all that stuff, blah, blah, blah. I just need to level the expectations for the people who keep saying like, oh, he's going to play over Peyton Pritchard. No, he's not. Not even like close is what's going to happen.
I don't feel that way either. Like I to put it in perspective for people listening, I don't think he's going to come in and take Pritchard's minutes. He's not going to take Hauser's minutes. He'll probably be taking whatever O'Shea had. Like that's probably how much you're going to see Lonnie Walker
if he makes the roster. And I still don't think that's a guarantee.
That's a tough thing because like when we were talking throughout the summer of like how many times, listeners, did you see us do a video like X amount of players who could fill the Celtics roster spot? Neither one of us felt that they were even going to do anything. We were just like, they don't want to pay for their luxury tax. They don't want to have to if they sign him to a minimum, what's it going to cost them? Triple what they actually are on the books? Like the amount of money that the actual ownership group has to pay when they go over the cap and into the luxury tax just to bring in somebody like Lonnie Walker is not what you think it is. So I don't know if they're going to risk it. I can see this all being for naught. But the fact that they did have interest in him at the trade deadline and that was real and, they kind of reconvened this summer makes me feel there could be more to that. And I think he will make the roster.
I'm like 50-50.
I wouldn't be shocked either way.
I'm like 50-50. I'm not sure. I'll be interested to see what they do. Anyways, let us know what you guys think. I know I'm probably yelled at in the comments, so that's okay. I'm used to it. Appreciate y'all for tuning in. Make sure to leave a like, subscribe, and I'll let Sam take it out.
Hey, thank you very much for listening and watching. Make sure you subscribe to the channel, leave a like, comment, tell us what you think of Lonnie Walker, be nice to Jack, and hit the bell. You don't want to miss any of our daily uploads. If you didn't have the bell on, you might not have found out about Lonnie Walker being signed right away because we did a video as soon as we found out. If you hit the bell, you're also going to be notified for our pods that drop Tuesday, Thursday, Sunday. Game recaps that come the morning after each game and other videos in between to keep you busy. It's all on the channel at 5 a.m., so subscribe. You can find us on Spotify and Apple too. All pods and recaps will be there for you. If you follow, they go right to your feed. And if you're on Apple, you can leave us a 5-star review. We'd appreciate that very much. I was trying to think if our breaking news videos go there. I don't think they do.
They do not, no.
That's fine. And then you can email us, hbtcpod@gmail.com. Tell us what you think Lonnie Walker's use will be. I'm sure we're going to have some emails on tomorrow's pod about it. So definitely get those in. You can find us on socials at How About Them C's, Twitter, Instagram, TikTok, Facebook's the name of the pod. Streams are there. They're on YouTube. They're on Twitter. Jack's Twitter is Jack's One NBA. Mine's at Sam LaFrance. NBA, that's it for us.
Check,